Hey, you guys. New cadence. We won't do it anymore. Hey, you guys. Welcome to the Steele Wars Hyperchat. I am Steele Saunders, and I do love Star Wars. And it is Wednesday, the 20th of January, 2021. It's confusing. Hey, if you live in the United States, Happy New President Day. Happy New President Day. Soak it up. Hey, everyone in the chat. How you guys doing? There's some stuff going on. We're starting relatively on time. The world is our oyster. Now, listen, after this inauguration, there is a lot of memes going around. Bernie Sanders is all over Star Wars, it would appear. So I'll let you find those out. But this one, I thought, this Lady Gaga one, I thought needed special attention. So this is from Noah J. Nelson. This is a good one. Let's get it up there. And if you were just listening to the Patreon audio, actually, this one will be all access. This will be on the iTunes feed. But it is a picture of Lady Gaga standing in front of some military, and she does look a lot like Princess Leia. And the caption is, "The energy shield can only be open for a short time, so you'll have to stay very close to your transports." Excellent. Excellent meme work there. So that is good. Elijah Neal says, Star Wars Explained is stealing your audience, Steele. I think they've got a very big audience already, Elijah. So what are you going to do? They have earned it, though. Alex and Molly are the best. But let's build this audience right now by helping out that sweet, sweet algorithm. Hit like, hit share. I don't care. Just hit all the buttons except unsubscribe. Don't hit that one, please. Please, please, please. Hey, we have got a lot of stuff to talk about today. We've got maybe a Thrawn casting, if Corey can be believed. I've got some thoughts about this Star Wars open world game, when it should take place. But there's a few other little tidbits as well. But we'll start with this. K-2SO is out of the Andor series for now. And this comes to us via Collider.com. Rogue One Disney Plus series won't include K-2SO. Alan Tudyk confirms, at least at first. This is written by Drew Taylor, but he is riffing off an interview that Frosty from Collider, Stephen Weintraub, did for Resident Alien, Tudyk's new series. Here we go. While talking with editor-in-chief Steve Weintraub for his new sci-fi series, Resident Alien, Tudyk let it slip. He isn't part of Andor, at least initially, but could return later. And I'll get in a sweet plug. If you didn't check it, we have got a article on the Andor set photos that we put up on yesterday's Hyperchat. People thinking they were Kenobi. It's Andor, you guys. It is sweet, sweet Catherine Neen's favorite Andor. They're shooting right now, but I'm not in it. But if it stays on the air, what a very 90s way to describe it. Stories keep getting told. I'll end up there. Tudyk told us. He acknowledged that he has been brought out for all the corporate dog and pony shows, regardless of his actual involvement. All these announcements for the show, and I had suggested at D23 when we announced in the show that it'd be called K2 Fast, K2 Furious, the Cassian Andor series, and that's not happening. It's called Andor. He talks about how he wants to do it soon because he doesn't want to get back in the mocap suit because he turns 50 in March. Man. All right. So I think when they announced the Andor series, Tony Gilroy wasn't involved, or that we know of. But now Tony Gilroy is back, the director that famously saved or did a different version of Rogue One from Gareth Edwards, and who said he's not much of a Star Wars fan, but he did give us a great finished product. Remember Rogue One? There's all these different versions, all this stuff that was in the trailers that never made it to air. Anyway, Tony Gilroy has a plan for his character in mind, which is pretty exciting. I'm going to be in the show. It's just that the story that Tony is telling doesn't involve K-2SO until later on. I can't be too specific, but I can definitely say I'm not going to be in the first season. So, listen. The fact that they're leaving room for more seasons. I don't get upset about no K-2SO, Catherine Neen. Get excited that you might get some more seasons out of this. Is there any other parts of it here? Dun, dun, dun. So, yeah. So, Andor could well be a series, which is very exciting. I like the idea of K-2SO not being in the first series and coming into the second, because let's give Andor a chance to be Andor without his sidekick, and then we can actually see the reprogramming of K-2SO in the season. Catherine Neen with the scoop says 6 seasons and a movie. Listen, sister, you've already had your movie. Chill out. Whenever anyone, this is just a different subject, Catherine, but whenever anyone, I was watching something before and they were talking about that Mandalorian would converge in a movie and stuff. I don't know. I think just keep it on Disney Plus. I'm not sure how people would react to seeing the conclusion in a cinema, like being forced into that sort of thing. Yeah. Anyway, we'll leave that there. Riz Ahmed, if you are wondering about Bodhi Rook, his comment when asked about Andor in The Hollywood Reporter was, I just haven't heard of that, to be honest. So I reckon Riz Ahmed's sick. So weirdly, I'm trying to clean my desk. I got all this stuff, just so much stuff. These badges people snuck into my bag at Celebration still haunting me. But this is one that Dunk gave me from Club Jade, my friend Dunk. And I just found this today. I hadn't seen it for years. And it's an I Am the Pilot, which was, very strange, because I haven't really thought about Bodhi Rook for a long time. I'm going to watch Rogue One again. I want to watch Solo as well. Get back into it. Listen. Emily Lind. We disagree on a lot of things. Mainly me. But can Krennic come into season 2 as well? Dude. Get him in season 1. I don't know. Listen. Tudyk, he's all right. But Mando, come on. James Rowland says K-2SO was the only reason I was going to watch. Really? Come on. You're kidding me. You are kidding me. Aaron Aaron Tassel says the comic book one-shot doesn't really leave room for K2 in it, as they meet very close to Rogue One. Aaron. My buddy. Listen, they're not gonna, they will override a comic book like that. Listen, I read in the novelization, was it The Force Awakens, that that Rey met Poe Dameron, and then bang, they meet again. We meet again for the first time. So that is that. Very dramatic news to break today. Hey, before we get on to the next story, I would like to give a shout out to merchostore.com, our little merch store, which has got out for the new t-shirts, the new version of Ignite the Green, the child, the Yodi, all that sort of stuff. You can go to belowthecollar.com. There is a link on Mercho Store. But for all our classic t-shirts that are currently in my spare cupboard, we're sailing them out for $9.95 with a sticker pack as well. Tons of stickers. I just got an email from someone today gushing with the amount of stickers that they got in their pack. So Bailey, that's who it was, that sent me a lovely email. So you've got content, Your Snoke Theory Sucked, The Shill, which I'm wearing, Mendo, Blue Milk Classic, Yavin, The Force, Lucas 1138. Have you seen him? I'm with Snoke. I'm Ray's parents, still current today. Pog, the cast lineup, all going out the door with a pile of stickers for $9.95. Now, this helps the podcast in two ways. One, some money to keep things going. Got a child to feed. Two, gotta get rid of these t-shirts. Need space. So, help a brother out. But if you're not in a financial position to do that, or join the Patreon, just algorithm, just retweet. So, Kessel Run Transmissions went public today. They've been hinting it that where is this at? Why don't I have this up on my screen? Give me 2 secs. But Lars Mikkelsen, who is the brother of Mads Mikkelsen, who is in Rogue One, and who already does portray Grand Admiral Thrawn, their sources are telling him that this guy will be hitting the Ahsoka set dressed as this guy. Bluing up for real. I would like to think that he was bluing up just when he was doing the audio for Star Wars Rebels, but they have confirmed. Now, listen, if you watched our 2-hour plus birthday party show on Saturday night, you would have gotten this scoop early in this hard to decipher clip. Corey, look down the bottom.
Oh, yeah, so like Thrawn, you know, guy in blue. Or
is that the scoop? Is that the scoop?
Yeah.
Yeah. Officially Lars.
What? Officially Lars? I thought you were confirming he was blue. That's how all Star Wars scoops should be delivered, I think. Just blah, 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 and then have your girlfriend clarify. That's the best. Ooh, Emily Lynn says, I'm still not sure if I'm going to watch Ahsoka, but Lars may sway me. Hope this is true. Lars is great. Catherine Neen says, Lars is honestly the best choice. Oh, God, you're on screen. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Catherine. So, there you have it. I assume that this Ahsoka series is, it is going to be your Rebels sequel. I'm pretty sure Kessel Run Transmissions, Corey and Noah and Claire have discussed that from sources, but it just makes sense. You've got this big story, and that's sort of what you'd want to portray in the live action, then mash it all together in that event. And of course, I've talked about this before. Luke Skywalker's coming back, because you can't, if you have this big event, people are going to be, where's Luke Skywalker? Where's Luke Skywalker? I don't think they want people asking, where's Luke Skywalker anymore? RJ says, everyone watching this will watch every series. Let's stop pretending. I'm taking that. RJ saying, listen, if you watch this, you'll watch anything, buddy. So get to it. Get to it. All right. Hey, I'll throw in this one now because I think it's pretty interesting. So check this out. Wait there. Give me 2 secs. Go to this one first. So, Mark Ratz is a Lucasfilm contracted artist who lives in Perth, Australia, which is super, super cool. And he did this awesome bit of Mandalorian art that I'll throw up on the screen now. Bang! Look at that. If you're listening to the podcast, it is the Mandalorian with the child in his little capsule underneath him. On one side, you've got the good guys, Ahsoka. And on the other side, you've got the bad guys with the governor and Moff Gideon. You got Carl Weathers next to Ahsoka as well. TIE fighters on the bad guy side, X-Wing fighters on the other side. I don't know why Jawas are on the bad side. Are they bad? They're okay. They're okay. But what he revealed today, which was very interesting, was that originally Cara Dune was going to be in the Ahsoka spot. And check this out. Wait there. He was requested to change this. I know this will make a few people's eyebrows raise. Check this out. Cara Dune getting rubbed out. Ahsoka in. And there she is. Now, is this a reaction to the actress that plays Cara Dune's comments about COVID and the election and that sort of stuff? Well, I did some poking around, asked some people that might know, and it was the official inside word is that it was just they the reaction to Ahsoka was so big that they decided to change it, which, I don't know, you were caught off guard that people liked Ahsoka Tano? I don't know. But either way, good to have Ahsoka in there. Good to have Ahsoka in there. Paul Ponte enjoyed that factoid. That's what you get. Listen, that's what the Hyperchat's all about. We bring you the little things that are happening in Star Wars that you might know about and you might not. But very, very interesting. We're going to talk video games. There was this little article on IndieWire with Pedro Pascal. He was doing Wonder Woman 84 press, and he said something about where is his little dun, 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 dun. Okay, about timelines. Okay, I kind of So people have sort of run with this sort of verbatim with what he said, but I'm not sure if he's using the word timelines differently to how we would expect. But in the interview, IndieWire.com, what's coming for The Mandalorian Season 3 and possible Mando appearances on the upcoming spin-off series? I am told what's happening and what the plan is, said Pascal, but I can't share it. They are in the expansion of this world. Now, I'm not sure what world is he talking about, the Mandalorian's world or the Star Wars universe. So it was, yeah. I always like to take the more measured interpretation. I'm told where there are so many unexpected surprises and timelines that are going to be dealt with. Now, I don't think he's talking about timelines like time jumps in The Mandalorian, like in Din's adventure, but you know, you're going back to the end of the High Republic with Acolyte and you're jumping back with Kenobi, Andor. I think that's what he's talking about. I don't think he's talking about different timelines in Din's life. I could be mistaken, but I feel like that's what he's getting at, and not that we're going to be seeing Din in these other like time periods. Sam says, Sam Klein says, I think he might have meant time periods, not lines. So, if the character was to cross over into these worlds, it would be utilized in a way that isn't meant to be expected. I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise of whether or not characters from the show we already know are crossing over. So I've seen a lot made of this quote. I think it's like a Chinese whisper thing with, I hope that's not an insensitive thing to say anymore, Chinese whispers, but if it is, I apologize. But whispers, where you whisper. Interesting. Anyway, I'll continue. I saw someone deduct that it was going to mean there was going to be a film at the end. I have no idea what's like where people build this stuff on. But I think sometimes people they speculate when they report, and then it gets meshed into the report, and then that person then reports on speculation. Hey, I'm not sure if you've ever been on this internet, but it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Today I read on the internet that a theory revealed something. It's a theory. It reveals nothing. It's a theory. It would reveal if the theory was true. Have I made sense for the past 2 minutes? Get back to me on that. Anyway, So there's that. Thank you, Catherine. A game of telephone is the other way of saying it. But, however, I get pretty clear reception. Let's call it a game of Corey. Drunk Corey. Because, listen to how he gives information. Corey, look down the bottom.
Oh, yeah, so like Thrawn, guy blue. Or
Is that the scoop? Is that the scoop? It's no good. How are you going to get any information out of that? Anthony Gilland. Ha. Very good. Very good. Anyway. Ubisoft, the Division studio, is working on an open world Star Wars games. As we talked about last week, Lucasfilm Games has been announced. EA is their exclusive contract will end. They will still work in Star Wars, but now other studios can work with Lucasfilm Games to create, which is very exciting for gaming. And Ubisoft on Wednesday revealed that it's diving into a new universe, Star Wars. The Assassin's Creed's publisher is collaborating with Lucasfilm Games on a new open world game with an original story. The Untitled game is being developed by Ubisoft-owned Massive Entertainment, the Swedish studio behind Tom Clancy's The Division and its sequel, and it will use the same Snowdrop game engine as that series. This is a lore is my least favorite word in Star Wars, by the way, that we love, and we want to do it justice with a game and story that will bring lifelong and new fans on an immersive and outstanding journey that will stay with them for years. See, this is the game of telephone. Listen, RJ, I have not discovered we've got this covered. I've been dealing with red circles for years, buddy. I've seen this reported. This is the exact thing I was talking about. The game's release date, which systems it will come out on, the era it's set in, and the premise remain unclear. However, given massive experience developing urban environments for the Division games, setting this game on city planet Coruscant would make sense. And I have seen this interpreted as they're bringing back Star Wars 1313. That may have been on We've Got This Covered. Or, yeah, I don't know, one of those ones. But listen, be smart. Be smart. Video game people, go where the action's hot and will continue being hot. Mando, the Mandoverse. Come on. Don't go back to original trilogy. Dear God, do not go between Revenge of the Sith and Star Wars. Do current things. Do what people want, the most people want to be involved with now, and that's the Mandoverse. And here's the other thing. These shows are still coming out. New characters are being introduced. Like, imagine there was like a game where you run around in the Mandoverse. It's out already. Then the episode with Ahsoka comes out, and then download the update. Ahsoka's in the game. The synergy. I was speaking to someone, an old Star Wars friend, the other day, and they've been playing that Vader Immortal, and they're like, "Oh, this is the best Star Wars experience I've had in since watching the original trilogy." So, if you intertwine the video games with what's happening now, a lot of interesting stuff to do. Bobby Gordon says Toro's hot right now. Hey. Luke from Huff Off Podcast says, I think it's inevitable that we'll go between 3 and 4. No. Anthony Gillen says, expand the universe. Don't just flesh out what we already know. I'm not sure what you mean about that. I'm not sure if you agree with me or disagree with me, but just go with what's hot. Like, there's rumors that when Disneyland opens up, that Galaxy's Edge is going to feature Mandalorian characters as well. And I think, like, I sort of admire the vision of Galaxy's Edge, that they were setting up this spot in the timeline, but like creatively, it's like really good and it's canon and all that stuff. But then for a lot of people, like more sort of casual fans, it's just like, I just want to see, like, is Darth Vader here or not? You know, like, do you know what I mean? It's sort of, just give people what's hot right now. That's what I'm trying to say. Mando, that, like, to have like and have, like, the game can expand. Apparently it's got where is this? There's something about that they're going to be working on this game. There'll be several versions of this game they're working on, the open world one. I can't find the quote, but to be able to add in these new characters as you go, unlock a new planet when it gets introduced or something, like, that's exciting. Emily Lind, Canobite Dispatch. I play a High Republic set game. I mean, no, I wouldn't, but I'd be more tempted to play than an OT or prequel set one. High Republic would be pretty good, but like, you've got these books, like, the, you know, New York Times bestsellers. Congratulations, books are awesome, but that does not compare to the impact of the highest rating streaming show in the country. So go there, get those dollars, be flexible. Anyway, Jim Grote says they've already started dumbing down Galaxy's Edge. If they're not going to keep the level of immersion as high as they promised, they don't see why they wouldn't have Din and Grogu in there. Yeah, Brandon says, I think that's the benefit of creating an all-new planet and society for the theme park. It can be set whenever they want it to be set. So why can't they stay with whatever's hot at the moment? Yeah, why? Of course, when people go to Galaxy's Edge, you know, if you're, look, my son is 2. All he likes the Wookiee Chewbacca. He can say Chewbacca because he's got this robotic Chewbacca that he loves. But 90% of his Star Wars fandom is Baby Yoda. And I like, that's what's hot. And so when people go into Galaxy's Edge, like give them their Mando and their Grogu. Like, yeah, I just find that so strange. But I don't know. I think Galaxy's Edge is sick, but it's sort of, you know, it's hard now. But even before the virus, it just didn't seem like they went through with it. There's no aliens walking around. There's no droids. It kind of felt like they balked on the extra things that would make it pretty sweet. I thought they should do like chase aliens. So they've got like 50 aliens and there's commons, they're out all the time, but then there's like a yak face or whatever that, you know, he's only out for, you know, 1 day a month or something. And so if you're a fan that goes all the time and you say, oh, I got a photo with yak face, that'd be pretty sick. That would be pretty sick. What else do we have? So yeah, open world game, get it in that Mando universe, you guys. It's current. It's hot. It is the thing that, like, not just Star Wars fans, but everyone else is talking about. Paul Ponte has a good idea. Disney should have themed Batu seasonal like they do for the holidays. For a few months, it's OT. For a few months, it's PT. And for a few months, it's ST. It's not that hard, honestly. I think that's a great idea. It might be hard to do now that it's all set up, but I think that's what they should have done the whole time. So the games are sort of not the games, the rides are sort of interchangeable. Maybe that other one would be a bit hard with the Rise of Resistance, but definitely with the people walking around. What else did we have? Was there anything else to discuss? Let's have a look on my notes. I think that's about it. I was going to do some Patreon questions, but I'll save that for Friday. Yak face, lol. Come on. That's a good idea. Brandon says they could have just created a new species of alien for the park that doesn't require as much makeup prosthetics. Yeah, they could, but like people want to see like a Gamorrean, or they want to see the aliens that they know. Do you know what I mean? Isn't that like $200 to get into Disneyland now? Man, I do want to go on that Rise of the Resistance ride. That is it. It's killing me. I was waiting. I was like, oh, I'll wait till I get somehow get a free ticket, or someone wants to go during the week. And I waited, like Homer waited to meet Mr. T at the mall that time. And now, no Galaxy's Edge for me. Hey, I do want to give a bit of sizzle for tomorrow, Corey Thursdays. Corey and I will be watching old Hasbro toy commercials on the show, which I am looking forward to so much. I just had a quick glance, and they are excellent. They are excellent. Gotta go because I'm doing an interview for the podcast, which will also be in video form for next week. So good to be back interviewing, but I've got that in about 17 minutes. So help out the little algorithm. Make sure you're subscribed. I never really mentioned this, but if you don't already, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It's at Steele Wars. Fun stuff, 24/7. They stay up, so it's 24/7. I probably only post a few hours a day, but what are you going to do? And clearly, this episode has gone on
long enough.
So, hey, may that force be with you.